So this is a pretty hilarious story as well. So obviously we're still in this shit show of people trying to claim that the campaign or the sorry, not the campaign, but the election cycle was rigged or whatever. One of the big conspiracy theories was that the Dominion voting systems were flipping the votes to algorithms, and it was funded by dead Hugo Chavez, and it was owned by Venezuelans, or it was owned by George Soros, and all this crazy stuff. It was just insane, and this is what Sidney Powell and the lunatics were saying. A lot of people were like, "Hey, man, aren't Dominion, aren't they gonna sue for defamation because you're really sort of defaming them here if you have no evidence to provide for this, right?" So this is pretty interesting. Check out this video it's from NewsMax, and it's a host basically saying they're basically backing away from their comments and saying, well, we were kind of wrong, we don't have any evidence for this stuff. And obviously the reason why they're doing this is because there's a lawsuit that's coming.
Since Election Day, various guests, attorneys, and elected officials have appeared on Newsmax and offered opinions and claims about Smartmatic and Dominion Systems, both companies that offer voting software in the U.S., and Newsmax would like to clarify its news coverage and note that it has not reported as true certain claims made about these companies. There are several facts our viewers and readers should be aware of. Newsmax has found no evidence that either Dominion or Smartmatic owns the other or has any business association with each other. We have no evidence that Dominion uses Smartmatic software or vice versa. No evidence has been offered that Dominion or Smartmatic use software or reprogrammed software that manipulated votes in the 2020 election. Smartmatic has stated that its software was only used in the 2020 election in Los Angeles, was not used in any battleground state contested by the Trump campaign. Newsmax has no evidence to the contrary. Dominion has stated the company has no ownership relationship with the Pelosi family, the Feinstein family, the Clinton family, Hugo Chavez, or the government of Venezuela. Neither Dominion nor Smartmatic has any relationship with George Soros. Smartmatic is a U.S. company and not owned by the Venezuelan government, Hugo Chavez, or any foreign official or entity. Smartmatic states that it has no operations in Venezuela. While the company did election projects in Venezuela from 2004 to 2017, it was never founded by Hugo Chavez, nor did it have a corrupt relationship with him or the Venezuelan government. For more on this, please go to our website at newsmax.com. Read facts about Dominion Smartmatic that you should know.
So it looks like the main company in this one is one called Smartmatic, which I guess was only used in the Los Angeles area, so it wasn't even used in any battleground states. And all the conspiracies that I told you earlier about George Soros and Hugo Chavez, creating it or funding it or whatever, which is totally false. And so they are going to reserve the legal right to basically pursue them. So what they're doing now is they're trying to diffuse and trying to prevent a legal case. Legal cases are very expensive, by the way. I don't know how much money Newsmax has. I'm not sure how much money people are willing to pour into it. Obviously, Newsmax is supposed to become the next Trump TV, but Trump doesn't pay anybody. He doesn't pay anybody anything. He just creates debt and then runs away. So I don't know how much he's going to pay them, but legal fees are expensive, dude. That is a lot of money for legal fees. All right. I got to say, I'm definitely surprised that they did this. I actually did not expect them to do this at all. And so it looks like in the legal notice, they basically listed off like, hey, here's an example, here's an example, here's an example, here's an example of basically fake claims and conspiracies. So it's pretty interesting, but I don't know where they go from here, but this is definitely starting to get to its end, but I don't know when it's finally going to get here.